Did you realize that decluttering your life could potentially extend it? Picture yourself feeling lighter, more joyful, and healthier simply by releasing what no longer serves you. Is there something you've kept for years without using it? Perhaps it's time to part ways. In this video, we explore the top 10 items that seniors should clear out immediately to enhance longevity and improve well-being. From eliminating unseen health risks to shedding emotional burdens, these tips will revolutionize your existence. Stick with us, and by the end of this video, you'll uncover the astonishing advantages of leading a simpler, more delightful life. Meet Betty. Today, meet Betty, a 72-year-old grandmother with a love for baking, family gatherings, and her garden. For years, Betty's home was filled with memories, old photo albums, unused gadgets, stacks of books, and sentimental knickknacks. But after a recent health scare, everything changed. During a routine checkup, her doctor pointed out something unexpected. The clutter in her life might be affecting her mental and physical health. At first, Betty was skeptical. How could her favourite trinkets and stacks of paper be connected to her stress and fatigue? But as she started to reflect, she noticed a pattern. The more cluttered her home became, the more overwhelmed she felt. It wasn't just the physical mess. It was the emotional weight of holding on to things she no longer needed. With her doctor's encouragement, Betty decided to take action. She began decluttering one drawer, one shelf, and one room at a time. She let go of items she hadn't used in years, passed on sentimental keepsakes to her grandchildren, and donated what she could to those in need. At first, it was tough. Each item brought up memories, but with every bag she filled, she felt a little lighter. By the time she finished, Betty wasn't just living in a cleaner, more organized home. She was living with a renewed sense of purpose. Her energy levels improved, her stress reduced, and she found herself enjoying life in ways she hadn't in years. Betty realized that letting go of clutter wasn't about losing things. It was about making space for what truly mattered: her health, her family, and her happiness. Betty's story is proof that it's never too late to simplify and transform your life. If you're ready to take the first step, join us as we explore the top 10 things to declutter for a healthier, happier you. And if Betty's story resonates with you, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more life-changing advice for seniors. We're here to help you live your best life after 60, one small change at a time. Ready to start your decluttering journey? Let's dive in. As we grow older, it's natural to hold on to things, whether it's an old sweater, a stack of magazines, or a drawer full of gadgets. We often tell ourselves, "I might need this someday," or "this holds too many memories to let go." But have you ever stopped to consider how these items might be affecting your well-being? The truth is, holding on to clutter doesn't just take up space in your home, it can weigh heavily on your mind and body. Every time you navigate around extra furniture or open a cabinet overflowing with items, it adds unnecessary stress to your life. That just-in-case mentality might actually be keeping you from living more freely and comfortably. Decluttering, on the other hand, offers incredible benefits that go far beyond a tidy home. Imagine having more space to move around without worrying about tripping or falling. Picture a home that feels lighter, calmer, and more welcoming. Decluttering reduces the daily stress of navigating through chaos and gives you a sense of control and accomplishment. It doesn't stop there. Clearing your environment can also enhance your mental clarity. Studies show that an organized space leads to a more organized mind, allowing you to focus on the things that truly matter. And let's not forget the safety aspect. A clutter-free home minimizes hazards, making it a safer place for you to enjoy every moment with peace of mind. The best part? Decluttering doesn't have to be overwhelming. You don't have to do it all at once. Start small, maybe with that one drawer you've been avoiding or the pile of old newspapers on the kitchen counter. As you begin to let go of what you no longer need, you'll start to feel a difference, not just in your home, but in your overall mood and outlook on life. So, what's the first thing you'd get rid of? Is it an old pair of shoes you haven't worn in years, or a set of dishes you haven't used since the holidays? Let us know in the comments. By sharing your journey, you'll not only inspire others to start their own decluttering process, but you'll also remind yourself of the incredible transformation that comes with letting go. Together, we can create a life that's lighter, freer, and filled with possibilities. Number 10. Old medical supplies and equipment. As we age, it's easy to hold on to medical supplies and equipment just in case. However, keeping outdated or expired items can be more harmful than helpful. Expired medications, old bandages, or broken medical devices can not only clutter up your space, but also create unnecessary health risks. Imagine reaching for a medication you haven't used in months, only to find out it's expired or worse. You unknowingly take something that could have a negative effect on your health. Take a quick inventory of your medicine cabinet, first aid kit, and any medical equipment you've accumulated. Discard anything that's expired, broken, or no longer useful. If you have old prescription medications that you no longer need, don't just toss them in the trash. Check with your local pharmacy or a disposal program to make sure they're safely discarded. Have you checked your medicine cabinet lately? You might be surprised at what you find. Let us know in the comments what items you've discovered that no longer belong. This small action can make a big difference in both your safety and peace of mind. Don't underestimate the power of clearing out these hidden hazards from your life. Taking the time to refresh your medical supplies doesn't just make your home safer, it also reminds you to prioritize your health and well-being. Letting go of these unnecessary items opens up space for the essentials and ensures you're fully prepared for the future without any outdated distractions. Paper clutter. Paper clutter can be one of the most overwhelming types of clutter, especially for seniors who have accumulated years of documents. From old bills and receipts to instruction manuals for long-forgotten appliances, these piles of paper often remind us of unfinished business or things we've been meaning to take care of. It's like a constant nagging reminder of tasks left undone, and that can create a lot of unnecessary stress. How often do you walk past a pile of papers and feel that weight on your shoulders, thinking, I need to sort this out someday? Well, someday is today. Holding on to unnecessary paperwork not only fills your space, but also fills your mind with unnecessary worries. When you look at those receipts, old bills, or manuals, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by everything you still need to do. But what if you could change that? Start by going through your papers and separating the essential ones from the ones that are just taking up space. Digitize important documents like tax records, medical paperwork, or anything you need to keep for legal reasons. There are easy-to-use apps and scanners that make this process quick and simple. Once you've digitized them, make sure to back up the files in the cloud for easy access. Afterward, shred the rest. Those old receipts, outdated manuals, and past bills that you no longer need. Do you have a drawer or file cabinet full of paper clutter? What's the oldest item you've found in your pile? Share with us in the comments. You might be surprised at how freeing it can feel to let go of these lingering reminders of things left undone. By clearing out your paper clutter, you not only free up physical space but also clear your mind, making room for more positive, productive thoughts. This small, manageable step can help you feel more organized and in control, bringing peace to your surroundings and your mind. Clothing. Clothing is one of the most common items we hold on to, often for far longer than we should. Take Betty, for example. When she decided to declutter her home, she was shocked to discover that half of her closet was filled with clothes she hadn't worn in years. Items from decades ago that didn't fit, were out of style, or simply didn't suit her anymore. Yet she couldn't bring herself to let go of them. For Betty, her clothes were more than just fabric. They were memories, reminders of a different time in her life. Holding on to clothes from decades ago can feel like holding on to the past. Maybe it's the jacket you wore on your first date, or the dress you wore to your child's graduation. While sentimental, keeping these items can weigh you down, taking up valuable space in your home and your mind. It's time to make room for the present so you can focus on what fits your life today. Start by going through your closet and asking yourself, when was the last time I wore this? If it's been over a year, or if it no longer fits or flatters you, it's time to let go. You don't need to keep clothes that no longer serve you. Donate or recycle them and make space for the pieces that make you feel confident and comfortable right now. If the thought of parting with something sentimental is hard, take a picture of it as a keepsake and then let go. Do you have a favourite item in your closet that's just collecting dust? What's the one piece you've been holding on to even though you haven't worn it in years? Let us know in the comments below. Letting go of old clothing doesn't just make your closet more functional. It frees you from the weight of the past, allowing you to embrace the present. By decluttering your wardrobe, you're making room for new experiences and new memories to be created. Kitchen gadgets. It's easy to accumulate a collection of kitchen gadgets over the years, things that seemed like a great idea at the time, but have long since gathered dust in the back of a cupboard. Maybe it's that bread maker you used once and never touched again, or the waffle iron you bought in a burst of inspiration but haven't used in years. We've all been there, right? But when was the last time you actually used these items? Think about it. How often do you reach for that old pasta maker or the juicer that's only seen the light of day a few times? These unused gadgets not only take up precious space in your kitchen, but can also create unnecessary clutter that makes it harder to find the tools you actually use every day. And let's be honest, they're taking up room that could be better used for things that really enhance your cooking experience. Excess items in small spaces can also be a safety hazard. Piles of unused gadgets can cause kitchen accidents by making it harder to move around or properly store other essential items. Items left out or stacked in the wrong places can create tripping hazards, and having too many things in cramped spaces can increase the risk of something falling. Go through your kitchen and take inventory of all the gadgets you no longer use. If there's something in your cabinet or drawers that hasn't seen the light of day in the past year, it's time to let it go. Donate, sell, or recycle those items that don't serve a purpose anymore. The more you declutter, the easier it will be to access the tools you truly use and love, and your kitchen will feel much more organised and safer as a result. What's the one kitchen gadget you've held on to but never use? Is there something in your kitchen that's collecting dust? Share your thoughts in the comments below. By clearing out unused kitchen gadgets, you're not only freeing up space, but also making your kitchen safer and more functional. It's time to stop holding on to the clutter and create a space where cooking and enjoying meals is simple, enjoyable, and stress-free. Electronics. As technology evolves, so do the gadgets we use. It's easy to hold on to old electronics. Maybe it's a smartphone you upgraded years ago, an outdated tablet, or a drawer full of cables and chargers you never use. But have you ever stopped to think about how much space these outdated electronics are taking up? Betty's decluttering journey revealed an unexpected treasure trove, a drawer full of cables, old phone chargers, and gadgets she hadn't even recognised. Some of them were so outdated she couldn't remember what they were for. She realised that all these unused items not only cluttered her space, but also kept her from enjoying the things that truly served her needs today. Take a look around your home and gather all the outdated electronics that no longer serve you. Phones, tablets, chargers, old remotes, and even DVDs or VCRs might be collecting dust and taking up valuable space. Recycle responsibly by checking with local recycling centres that accept electronics, or look for designated drop-off locations for electronics waste. If some items are still in working condition, consider donating them to a local charity or organisation that might put them to good use. Have you found any old electronics that you completely forgot about? What's the most surprising thing you've discovered while decluttering? Share with us in the comments below. By letting go of outdated electronics, you're not just clearing space, you're also making room for the modern gadgets that help you stay connected and enjoy life. It's a small change that can make a big difference in how organised and functional your home feels. Furniture. Over time, it's easy to accumulate extra furniture, whether it's old chairs, side tables, or decorative pieces that once seemed like a good idea. However, as we age, more furniture in our homes can create unexpected problems, especially in smaller spaces. Too much furniture can be more than just an eyesore. It can be a tripping hazard. Narrow pathways between pieces can make it harder to move around safely, and in case of a fall, navigating through overcrowded spaces can make it even more dangerous. For seniors, safety is a top priority, and creating open, clear pathways can drastically reduce the risk of accidents. Look around your living areas and identify any furniture that isn't essential or is taking up too much space. Consider removing pieces that aren't used often or that block your walking paths. Aim for clear, unobstructed spaces that make it easier to navigate from one room to another. A simple layout with minimal furniture can make your home feel more spacious, safer, and comfortable. Have you ever tripped over an extra piece of furniture at home? Let us know in the comments how you've made your home safer by decluttering your furniture. By removing excess furniture, you're not just creating a more organised home, you're also making it safer and more functional. Less is often more, especially when it comes to ensuring that your home is a place where you can move freely and comfortably. Books. Books have a special place in our hearts. They bring us comfort, knowledge, and a chance to escape into new worlds. Over the years, it's easy to accumulate a collection of books we intend to read someday, or ones that we simply can't let go of because they remind us of a special time in our lives. However, as time passes, those books start to pile up, taking up space and becoming another layer of clutter. The truth is, holding on to books you'll never reread can feel like holding on to the past. These books once served a purpose. They taught you something, entertained you, or sparked a memory. But now they might just be gathering dust, occupying space that could be better used for the things you need or love today. Instead of letting them sit on your shelf, consider donating them to libraries, senior centres, or local charities. These books can bring joy and knowledge to someone else who may appreciate them more than they just sit untouched on your bookshelf. By passing them on, you're giving them a new life and a new home. Go through your bookshelf and ask yourself if you'll ever read each book again. If the answer is no, it might be time to let go. Consider donating gently used books that are in good condition, especially those that are still relevant and can benefit others. It's a simple way to give back while clearing out the clutter and making space for new books that will inspire you in the future. What's one book you'll never part with? Share it below. We'd love to hear which book holds a special place in your heart. By letting go of books you won't reread, you're not just decluttering your space. You're creating room for new experiences and giving those books a second chance at making a difference. It's a meaningful way to free up space while sharing the love of reading with others. Unused hobby supplies. Many of us have hobbies we once loved. Maybe it was painting, knitting, or gardening. Over the years, though, our interests can change, and we often hold on to supplies for hobbies we no longer pursue. These unused items can pile up in closets, drawers, or basements, taking up valuable space that could be better used for things we're actively enjoying now. When Betty started her decluttering process, she found a treasure trove of hobby supplies she hadn't touched in years. There were knitting needles and yarn, a half-finished painting, and even a collection of gardening tools she had completely forgotten about. As she looked at these items, she realized that while they once brought her joy, her interests had shifted, and holding on to them no longer served her. Take a moment to assess your own collection of unused hobby supplies. Are there items you're holding on to for activities you no longer have time for or interest in? Consider passing these supplies on to someone who will use them, perhaps a friend, a family member, or even a local school or community centre. Donating these items not only helps you declutter, but also gives them a second life in the hands of someone who will truly appreciate them. Have you discovered any unused hobby supplies while decluttering? What's the one item you just couldn't bring yourself to part with? Let us know in the comments below. By letting go of unused hobby supplies, you're freeing up space for new activities or hobbies that align with who you are today. Decluttering in this way can be incredibly freeing. It allows you to make room for fresh passions and interests, while also sharing your old supplies with someone who will make use of them. Toxic relationships. Decluttering isn't just about cleaning up physical space. It's also about clearing away the mental and emotional clutter that can weigh us down. Just as a cluttered home can make you feel overwhelmed, toxic relationships can do the same. Whether it's a friend, family member, or colleague, toxic relationships drain our energy, leave us feeling stressed, and often bring unnecessary negativity into our lives. As we age, we come to realize that life is too short to spend time with people who don't support us or bring us joy. Toxic relationships can have a profound impact on our mental and physical health, leading to increased stress and even physical symptoms like headaches, fatigue, or high blood pressure. Decluttering your life involves making tough decisions to distance yourself from those who no longer contribute positively to your well-being. Take an honest look at the relationships in your life. Are there people who constantly drain you, make you feel unappreciated, or cause unnecessary stress? It's time to let go of these toxic connections. Spend more time with people who uplift you, support your dreams, and make you feel good about yourself. Surround yourself with positive influences who inspire you to live your best life. And remember, it's okay to set boundaries and prioritize your mental and emotional health. Have you ever had to distance yourself from someone who was draining your energy? How did you handle it? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Clearing toxic relationships from your life is one of the most empowering acts of self-care you can do. It's about making room for people who bring positivity, love, and encouragement into your world. Regret and guilt. While physical clutter is visible, the emotional clutter of regret and guilt can be just as burdensome, often weighing us down without us even realizing it. Holding on to past mistakes, missed opportunities, or unresolved guilt can make it feel like we're carrying an invisible load. But what if the most powerful decluttering you could do is releasing those negative emotions? Letting go of regret and guilt can be the most liberating decluttering of all. When we cling to these emotions, we hold ourselves back from fully embracing the present and future. But releasing them, it's like shedding an emotional weight that's been holding us down for years. After Betty took the step to let go of her old guilt and regrets, she felt a profound shift. She told me, "I feel like I've lost 10 pounds emotionally." She realized that her past mistakes didn't define her future, and by forgiving herself, she opened up space for peace and new possibilities. Betty's journey is a testament to the power of emotional decluttering. Take some time to reflect on what you're holding on to from the past. Is there a mistake you've been beating yourself up over, or a regret that's been keeping you stuck? Practice self-compassion and forgive yourself. Remember, it's okay to have made mistakes. It's part of being human. Letting go of these old emotions frees you to live more fully without the burden of the past weighing you down. What's one thing from your past that you're ready to release? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Releasing regret and guilt isn't just about clearing your mind, it's about clearing the emotional clutter that can prevent you from moving forward. By letting go of these heavy emotions, you're making room for a lighter, more fulfilling life, one where the past no longer holds power over your present or future. Make room for a lighter, more fulfilling life. By the time Betty finished decluttering her life, she wasn't just living in a cleaner, more organized home. She had rediscovered a sense of joy and energy she hadn't felt in years. She let go of things that no longer served her, whether it was physical clutter, outdated hobbies, or toxic relationships. And in return, she created a life filled with more peace, clarity, and space for the things that truly mattered. Decluttering isn't just about what you're letting go of. It's about what you're making space for. When you clear out the things that no longer serve you, whether it's old possessions, negative emotions, or toxic influences, you open up room for new opportunities, healthier habits, and greater happiness. Just like Betty, you can transform your life by decluttering both your physical and emotional spaces, giving yourself the gift of a fresh start. So, what are you waiting for? Take that first step today. Clear one small thing and feel the transformation begin. It's never too late to declutter your life and make room for what truly brings you joy. What's the first thing you're going to declutter to start your own transformation? Let us know in the comments. If you found these tips helpful, start with just one item today and see how it feels. You'll be surprised by how much lighter and more energized you'll feel by letting go of just a little bit of clutter. Hit that like button if you're ready to declutter and take control of your space. And share this video with a friend who might need some motivation to embark on their own journey towards a clearer, more peaceful existence. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe to Timeless Wisdom for more life-altering tips and guidance on how to live your best life after 60.